Boom, boom. Within seconds of meeting a woman for the first time, she's already made a judgment about you. In fact, I would argue within the first 10 seconds, she's already sized you up in 10 different ways. And to be fair, she's only human. And like any other human being on this planet, she relies on heuristics, basically mental shortcuts, to be able to make sense of all this information she's being bombarded with. So what are these shortcuts? And how can you use them to put your best foot forward? Gents, find out in today's video. First up on the list, gentlemen, body language. Fight or flight. This makes a lot of sense. Go back thousands of generations. Women have had to deal with overly aggressive males. We see this across the animal kingdom. Women are going to be more selective. The female of the species has to contend with males that in general are going to be larger, could be dangerous to her. So she's going to be more cautious. Gents, if you want a woman to approach you, if you're going to approach a woman, make sure your stance is open. Your hands are shown. You don't want to hide them. You don't want to put them behind you. You want to make sure that your shoulders are square. Don't take a step back like this. This shows you could be throwing a punch. You also don't want to cross those arms up. This says I'm closed for business and I'm not interested. Now, the second thing a woman's going to notice is your posture. So you want to make sure to stand straight. Roll the shoulders back. Put the chest out. Why? Because when you put that chest out, you roll those shoulders back, you're showing strong posture, that you are a masculine male that got a healthy dose of testosterone. And you have no problem sticking that chest out like we see across the animal kingdom. Men, whenever they know they're being looked at by women, what do? They stick that chest out and they strut those shoulders. Now, gents, if you enjoy these type of videos, let me know by smashing that like button. That way I make more videos like this. And to be honest, your interactions with the videos, you getting down in the comments and let me know when I'm wrong, when I'm right, what you like. All of this helps the video do better. Seriously, even you guys down in the comments saying first, I appreciate you. All right, so now let's talk about height. A lot of guys have a hang up with this because there are so many women out there and they can see it in the dating profiles that they are looking for taller men. So guys that are under the average height or guys that are even under 6 foot oftentimes feel disadvantaged. The reality, though, and study after study shows this, is that women are more interested in height relative to themselves. They're looking for guys that are a bit taller than them in general. So if she's 5'1", you're 5'4", you guys are good to go. Now, if you want to date a woman that's taller than you, I think one of the keys to doing this is to take the dating offline. Instead of meeting her through an app, meet her in person where there's going to be a lot of other factors and height isn't going to be one of the sole determinants of whether or not she would want to engage. Now, speaking of dating, gents, Valentine's is coming right up, and as many of you guys know, there's a lot of extra pressure on us to perform. And if you're like a lot of guys out there silently dealing with erectile dysfunction, this can be a nightmare. Seriously, if you're dealing with ED or you just want to last longer in bed, Roman's got you covered. With Roman, you get a free online evaluation and ongoing care for erectile dysfunction, all from the comfort and privacy of your home. Gents, it works like this. A healthcare professional will work with you to find the best treatment plan. If medication is appropriate, Roman will ship it to you with free 2-day shipping. And if you need a little bit of help, you want to last a little bit longer in bed, they've got you covered with Roman swipes. These swipes are effective, they're easy to use, and no prescription required. Gents, don't suffer in secret. Don't push this problem under the rug. Roman makes the whole process straightforward, simple, and discreet. One less thing for you to worry about this Valentine's Day. And for a limited time, gents, get $35 off your first month of ED treatment and a free bottle of lube with every Swipes purchase. And make sure to order by February 10th for guaranteed delivery by Valentine's Day. To get started, go to GetRoman.com/RMRS. Again, that's GetRoman.com/RMRS. The next thing a woman notices in the first few seconds, gents, your shoes. And women have paid attention to shoes for a long time, but it makes sense when you look at the human body and how we look each other up and down. The shoes are an endpoint. The face is an endpoint. But those shoes right there, why did they get more attention? Well, for hundreds, if not thousands of years, human beings have had to have money. They've had to have means to have nice shoes. Nowadays, I think you need to know a little bit about style. And I think a lot of women just look at a man's shoes and they instantly can tell this guy gets it or this guy is clueless. Now, if you really want to score quick and easy wins, go for boots. I've talked about the power of good-looking boots. You wear a pair of boots like this, she's going to instantly know that you've got style, that you pay attention to the details. Now, if that last pair is too flashy, too much, well, consider going with a solid color, but maybe go with suede. Why suede? It's going to bring in a bit of texture. It's going to stand out. And again, she's going to notice that small style detail. And I get it. Some of you guys are saying, come on, Antonio, I'm casual. Well, casual doesn't mean sloppy. There is a lot of style you can bring to casual sneakers. The point I'm trying to make, gents, pay attention to your footwear, because the women around you, they're using it as a shortcut to make a quick judgment about who you are. Now, as a woman gets closer, she no longer has to rely just on her vision. All of a sudden, her sense of smell. And women have, in general, a stronger sense of smell than men. Now, I know a lot of you guys are saying, well, hey, I play defense, I shower, I'm clean, but are you playing any offense? And guys, remember, a balanced team, offense and defense, is what wins championships. So if you want to win hearts, guess what? Master your fragrance game. I would highly recommend you start off with something simple, a designer, something that is a crowd pleaser. Why? Well, okay, you're not going to win any awards, but you know what? She's going to like it. And these are pretty much guaranteed that 95% of women are going to like this right here. The Parfum, it's got a little bit of apple top and just a really simple, clean fragrance. Over here, Bleu de Chanel, any of them. You can go with the Parfum, you can go with the EDT, you can go with the EDP. Doesn't matter. All of these blue fragrances, the women just absolutely love them. Acqua di Gio, if you want something clean. If you want something a little bit heavier, I've got some great designer fragrances up here I would highly recommend. Point being is understand the situation. You don't want to necessarily wear these at work. These would be great for work. These are going to be more for the club. But if you want something that women are going to like, clean, maybe go with it a little bit intoxicating if that's, her thing. It's really going to depend on the woman. But what I would say is it's better than wearing nothing. Wear less. You want to be discovered, not announce yourself when you walk into a room, but don't underestimate the power of fragrance. So now let's talk specifically about clothing. Women notice clothing because in general, they understand it more. They are oftentimes judged based on appearances. So when they look at a man, they're oftentimes looking at and they're trying to make an evaluation, a quick judgment of who this guy is. I'll tell you, if you're wearing a sports jacket, you're wearing a suit, you're wearing a blazer jacket, you come off as a man in charge, a man going places. The same thing with dress shirts. Why do dress shirts work? Well, over hundreds of years, these have been designed to actually give a more masculine look. The collar going around the face, what does this do? It frames the face. It actually makes the neck look a little bit longer, a little bit better, more elegant. These small details, when mixed in with the jacket, and you think about a jacket, what does it do? It slims up the waist, builds up the shoulders, makes the chest look a little bit larger. Again, all of these things make you look stronger, make you look more masculine, make you look like a success. Now, what about jewelry? Yeah, it's definitely something the ladies look at, and historically, jewelry has been an indicator of status and wealth. Does it still have a place in today's society? I would argue yes, that women still use jewelry to make a quick decision about a guy and what he has to offer. And I'm curious, gents, what's your opinion? Down in the comments, watches. Are they jewelry or something different? The next two things a woman notices, your smile and your eyes. So I'm putting these together because there's a combination here called the smize. And the smize, did you see it? That is where you give a genuine smile. The way I do it, I think a happy thought and I actually laugh. And when you really laugh, your eyes, they do a little bit of wrinkling on the sides. Very difficult to fake. And so many guys out there are just smiling when they're shaking hands or talking to people, and it's not real. Most women have a pretty good BS detector, and they're trying to pick up on, okay, is this guy being honest? Does he really like me? Are we having a good conversation? Make sure that you look them in the eye. One trick I used to do is just simply try to figure out what color are her eyes so that I can maybe compliment her on the color of her eyes. That is making good eye contact there. Make sure to smile, to actually, enjoy the conversation. Think happy thoughts, because if you're not having happy thoughts, then probably it shouldn't go anywhere. Point being, gentlemen, is genuine smiles, genuine eye contact go a long way with a woman. All right, Jen, so what video to watch next? How about 10 signs you are more attractive than you think? Seriously, you're a handsome dude. And find out why in this video right here. Did you see it? I smized.